walking down a hill that I've currently scouted. I'm hoping to get this sunset because this light is insane. There we go. So left of me talking, let's see what I get. Hey, welcome, I'm Scott from therileyshop.com. Welcome to my vlog, and this week I'm not sure what I'm going to get up to. So I've got two potential aims, I guess, that I'm going to show you in a bit, which is number one, I'm out now today in a place called Scammonden. Beautiful reservoir, but it faces one way, M62, so it's mental, but the other way, it just looks so idyllic. So I'm out here today just scouting out a little spot for potentially, if I get permission and all that, to get out at sunrise and get a nice autumn woodland scene. I'd love to test the Fuji out for that. And second, I'm going to check out in Manchester, going to do my usual street stuff. That for me is the easiest because I just go a little bit early for work and I can get out, film a few bits and bobs and show you some fun that I have. So yeah, that's what I think I'm going to get up to. Honestly, at this stage right now, I don't actually know. So let's jump straight in and see what actually happens. Right, so tonight's episode is going to be really short, me talking, because I have got half an hour. I'm walking down a hill that I've currently scouted. I'm hoping to get this sunset because this light is insane. There we go. So left of me talking, let's see what I get. So I'm back home, it's morning after and I've edited the photos. What a beautiful sunset. It was about 1,000,000 times better than I thought. So I've explained about 4 times, but simply put, we're going to call it a speed hour. We had 45 minutes precisely before I had to go home, and the reason for that is quite simply, I wasn't meant to go out at all because of things happening, and at last minute we had some fancy family cancel. We were going to go for tea, so my wife said, look, let's go for a nice walk, we'll take Clemmy out for some fresh air just before bedtime, because the clocks have just gone back, so it was a bit earlier for sunset. I'm going to go through what I did really and show you my best photos, because I figured, yeah, this was this really odd situation, it was really rushed. So the cheat I will say to this is, I did scout this place out twice this week, so I had specific compositions I'd already done. I basically had 3 locations within the Scammonden Reservoir, which is a beautiful reservoir on the top of the Yorkshire Moors, between Greater Manchester and Yorkshire, if you don't know it. Absolutely stunning, go there for walks all the time. So yeah, long story short, I'd scouted 3 spots out for sunrise, a place with like a tree that was coming out of the water, and then that backdrop that you're going to see in a minute with the other photos. And then I planned to get the long lens, and I really want to capture this church that is in the middle of the forest, which I basically love. And I envisaged this image in my head about, like with the morning sun, maybe like creeping through the trees and getting that mist that you get, or that dew in the morning. I figured it looked really cool. So that's in the back of my head when I'm shooting all this. And although I only had this sort of 45 minutes and it was sunset, so the sun was the opposite side and effectively backlit that scene that I'd originally thought the sun would be beaming onto. Didn't change my thought really, I just went with the same thing. So this first one is probably my favourite. That's what I had in my head before I set off this week, and yeah, and I got it. That's why I'm really happy, because it's backlit. You can see the dark at the bottom, obviously where the shadows are, and it sort of, I think, pulls you up to that church with a beautiful golden light. I want to say this once, and I won't keep saying it, but I cannot believe the fact that I had to desaturate this by 8 stops, if you want to call it that, on Camera Raw and Photoshop, because it was so vivid. When I got it on the MacBook, it just looked fake. Simple as. So I've actually toned it down, but I can promise you this, it was so orangey, yellowy. It was so vivid that last night. It was absolutely, it really was stunning, absolutely stunning. It made it more special, to be honest, because my little girl was there, her first sunset, and Vicky was there as well. It's absolutely beautiful. they was milling around doing like going walking. I set up in this one spot and basically kept going back to trying to get better with composition and basically composing a really solid landscape shot. So if I'm going to do a one that's really far, I want to be able to draw people into it, which again I keep going back to that one of the church, and that's sort of why I keep liking it, or I liked it this week. So yeah, that was what I wanted to go for. So I kept telling myself tonight, because everything was quite rushed, and like I said, 45 minutes is just not enough time. I kept just repeating to myself, why am I taking a photo? Why am I here? What do I want? And it kept going back to this church. So I just kept going back to it and trying to find different compositions, waiting for the light to change. And I basically just sat in one spot. I think I moved 10 meters after I found out the first one, which I'll show you now. This one here was what I thought would look good, with like the heather leading into it. I didn't like it, the trees either side just made it too messy, so I moved 10 meters forward and crept forward, and then I got these different shots, and then that's where I got this one from, which I'm just going to throw up now. So this is probably my overall favourite. I loved it. It sounds pathetic, but it was really emotional because it was so beautiful, and you just like it blanketed the whole scene, but it was just gorgeous. And there's a few rules that I try and keep by, and again I think I watched a recent vlog with Mark Dean, and it's about structure, isn't it, to an image, particularly in landscapes. You want to walk into it, which is where I tried to do it with this. I tried to use the lake as the foreground subject, and then you sort of glide into the trees, and you're just drawn, aren't you, immediately to that sun, that bright overexposed sun, but then it glides through, I think, and sort of lights up that forest and the church, and I think it works. There's a couple of things again, just to let you know, I use filters. Because I didn't have any time, I couldn't test out the Fuji, I had to just go with what I knew, so I set up my Nikon. I wanted to use my filters anyway. I don't have tons, I just have a few little basic stuff, and they weren't strong enough. Simply put, I think I've got a one-stop filter system with a few different ones, maybe one not, I can't think exactly. But the light was still so bright because the clocks have gone back and because we're still just entering into winter, it was still quite vivid. So yeah, I just had to basically accept the fact that I'm going to blow some highlights, but just concentrate on the beautifulness that what it's doing to this light, and I did that, and there you go. So maybe people out there that are really technical and don't like it when you don't technically get histogram perfect, then you know what, that's fine. But for me, in a situation like this where the light's so beautiful and so orange and yellow and absolutely gorgeous, you know what, sometimes you just got to do what you've got to do, and I think these images work. I'm really proud of them actually. So yeah, I've thrown them all up for you today. Let me know if you like them, comment all that, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, they're on there as well if you want to look at them a bit closely. But thank you very much for watching, particularly if you watched this far. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that's the correct thing to say. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, please like the video, share with your friends and all that stuff. Love to keep doing this. It's going to be 3 weeks now until I'll do another one. In simple terms, I've got an exam at work to do, it's really important. I'm absolutely stressed out like no tomorrow, so I'm going to concentrate on that. I've got to do, and then I'm going to get some more out. This was a really good week, I think. They're the reasons I've done it. If you liked it, like I said, thank you so much for watching this far. Please comment. I will see you all soon. Thank you.